Hello. This is probably a little bit of a vulnerable journal entry. Like I've mentioned before, I do have post-traumatic stress disorder due to some abuse and trauma in my past. And for the most part, I have healed greatly from it. I very seldom have an episode, but I did yesterday. And it's kind of, I guess when I say an episode, it triggers a panic attack that just doesn't just magically go away. So, I mean, it's the time of year when we're just super busy and a lot of things going on. I've had a meeting at my sister's group home. I'm my sister's guardian. She's developmentally delayed, so she's in a group home, and I'm her guardian. So I, meet 2 to 4 times a year with the group home, and we go over her care plan and stuff like that. So I've had that on my mind, worrying about her. My elderly father-in-law spends every evening with us for supper so that he's not alone so much because he's a widower. So I'm always worrying about him. And so recently, this is kind of where the trauma part comes in, to this panic attack that I have been having because it hasn't quite gone away. My adult daughters have both disclosed to me that my ex-husband, who he's died like 9 years ago, so this isn't an ongoing issue that I need to deal with necessarily, other than the trauma part. But they both have disclosed to me that he sexually abused them when they were children. So I've been spending a lot of time, going back in my memories, trying to figure out, how did I miss this? Feeling like just a horrible mother, like, that's like the worst of the worst that anybody could do to your children. So I'm like reflecting a lot on stuff from the past. So, the trauma is just kind of hovering there. Super busy trying to figure out, when are we going to brand our calves? I got to get the garden in. We've got a lot of high school graduations that we're going to, daughters in tennis, and wanting to make sure that I make it to her state tennis tournament if she makes it to state, and juggling, getting the garden planted. I mean, just tons of stuff. And then yesterday I just had an incident where we have my husband has an employee. She's not my employee, but she's my husband's employee, and she had like several things that just I guess just kind of throwing at me like, this needs fixed, that needs fixed, and I haven't got my W-2 yet, and it's May. Where's my W-2? And so I'm thinking, those are things that my husband has to deal with because I can't. It's not my responsibility, but of course pass on the information. But it just triggered this this panic attack where just my heart starts pounding so hard in my chest, so hard and so fast, and it. You try the box breathing, I try, tapping, just different things that normally would help. And it just goes on and on and on until I'm in tears. And so then it just exhausts a person. I'm just so exhausted that even though you've got your heart pounding in your chest, it's, hard, fast pounding, but you're so tired. It just really just whips a person. So I've been dealing with that. I did get it to subside yesterday, but then I guess kind of getting through supper, we had a horse who cut her leg, and so that my husband went to check on the horse, and my husband was out of the house. My father-in-law was over for supper, and so I feel like I haven't had anybody to just kind of spill it all out to. So, we feel like I'm just kind of sitting in it alone. And so that's been hard. And I know I'll get through it, but it's kind of hard in the moment. So I'm just feeling really vulnerable today. It's cool outside. It's cloudy, kind of feels dismal. So that's where I'm at. Just kind of, this is where I would normally probably write this all out in my journal. And since I'm kind of doing the video journal, I'm videoing it, and I'll probably post it because I don't know if it might help somebody else. I know I'm not the only one who struggles through stuff like this. And I think normally, had I not been kind of sitting and reliving some of my past trauma stuff, all of the stressors probably wouldn't have got to me quite like this, but it has. Just kind of a reality of my life and coping with it a little at a time. I had been doing my 30 days of scripture and prayer, where I've been posting kind of a little short video. It's taken me probably 45 days so far to get through 30 days, but that's okay. But I haven't posted because I've still been praying. Some of the prayers are not something that I would post because a lot of it is just me completely spilling out to God and crying, and so not something that I would video and post, but it's still happening. So maybe tomorrow I will have a scripture and a prayer, but I don't today that I want to post. Just this little vulnerable, honest journal entry that I'm making. But anyway, that's what's been going on.